Hey, it's Jen. I have another movement of the day post for you. Your mod for today is going to be a part one of a few postural checks that you could do on yourself. So self-assessments for posture, basically. And I had mentioned before that I think it's very important to get professionally screened, where you will have people poking and prodding you. I'm sorry, but you'll get the advantage of being checked in all planes at all levels, down on the floor checking your ankles. They'll have the gadgets and the tools, the plumb line to bisect you, and scans, all the fun stuff. But I know realistically that a lot of people are not ever going to do something like that. They won't have the inclination or the time or feel the need to do so, unfortunately, until maybe you end up with an injury or discomfort. Now, the other advantage, though, of having a professional screening done, so with a chiropractor, a physical therapist, personal trainer, and now there's a lot of clinics that are really specifically for posture and movement, is that you may have a physical abnormality, but that itself does not necessarily mean it's an issue for your movement. So that's something a professional will be able to tell you. And then from there, you can also go on to the mobility and flexibility and the specific exercises to do or to avoid, and make it a process of either healing or prevention. Anywho, that's my preachy lecture. Let me just show you the standing portion of our self-assessment. So all you really need is to be in front of a wall, and then I will also recommend a full-length mirror, or perhaps if you have a partner at home who could help you. So this is all very visual, but even if you don't have anything exaggerated that you could spot right away, this exercise is important for everybody because it helps us get in tune with where our body stands, today versus tomorrow. And it's, just consider it as a 1-minute meditation, if nothing else. Okay, so just humor me on this one. So first I want you to just stand normally. Okay, just stand without feeling pressure. Just stand as you normally would, and then close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, just take a feel for whether your forward balance is forward or backward or favoring one side to the other. Okay, because a lot of this is simply about balance and symmetry as we do a visual cue. So once you just get used to doing a mental body scan, then we'll open our eyes and take a look, either looking down or looking in front of the mirror or having a partner assess. So first thing, again, we want to continue with the visual check of our symmetry and balance. So our toes and knees pointing in the same direction and forward versus inwardly rotated or outward. The top of our pelvis, across our ribs, across our clavicles, are we even? And then I want you to take a look at your natural stance of the arms to see if there's any significant difference between the gap there between your ribs and your arms. And then most importantly, take a look at your thumb, whether they're inwardly rotated, which is not a good sign, or relatively forward. Okay, now we're going to take our heels right up against the wall. That's going to help bring the rest of the body against the wall, including your head. So your head being against the wall is what we're checking for, because if it's floating off the wall and then bringing our shoulders with it, that forward head posture needs to be addressed. Okay, so that was your assessment for today. Now I'm going to just give you a couple of cues to work on for better posture if you're trying to be more conscientious about your posture. So a lot of times you hear people say, bring your shoulders down and back, keep your neck up straight, and that ends up causing some tension as people try to force and jam their shoulders back, or press their neck back, and it makes them look very stiff and unnatural, and it is. So instead of that, I want to give you the best cue that I've ever heard of, and that is if you consider the top of your sternum right here as a glass of full liquid, and that if that glass tips over, so if our sternum comes forward like this, then that liquid will spill off the top of that glass. So what we want to do is try to keep that glass nice and tall, and that cue will bring your shoulders and your neck with it into proper alignment. And the other little tip is that when I say proper alignment with your neck and shoulders, your earlobes should about bisect your shoulders. So that's what we're going for. So these are some really quick visual cues and body scan methods that you can go through to either roll out something that's very exaggerated, check on something whether you're very exaggerated in that, or just to get a feel for where you stand and how you feel in your body, because I want you to feel good. All right, this is Jen signing off, reminding you to start where you are, do what you can, use what you have, and move something. See you next time.